Hello beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another pick a card reading for you. This pick a card reading is all about who you are, what you need to know right now about who you are. This will hopefully help guide you in some way to figuring out more about yourself and what you are here to do or be, who you are here to be. Okay, so we have 4 crystals. Whoa. We have crystal number 1 here. Okay. I do apologize for my nails and my fingers. We have crystal number 2. We have crystal number 3. And crystal number 4. Okay, so use this time now to pause and meditate on the crystals if you need to, and pick the one that you feel the most drawn towards. And I will leave in the description box below some timestamps so you can easily go to the crystal of your choice, and I will see you at your crystal. Hello, crystal number 1, pile number 1. If you chose this beautiful crystal here, then this is your reading all about who you are, a little bit about what you need to know right now about who you are meant to be in this lifetime, and, you know, gifts and traits about you, gifts that you possess and traits that you have, and just a little bit of some self-discovery, right? So do remember, this is a collective reading. So please use your intuition to guide you as always. And this is going to be a little bit more of an in-depth reading because I'm going to roll the die, I'm going to do some tarot, I'm going to do some oracle cards, and then I'm going to do some charms for you as well. Okay, so stay tuned till the very end because you want to hear it all, I promise. Now, first I'm going to roll the die here to get an overall energy that you have about you, pile number 1. So please, spirit, for pile number 1, who are they? What do they need to know about themselves? Alright, so we have some Gemini energy showing up. We have the 4th house and we also have the moon. Okay, so you could be a Gemini sun, moon, or rising. Of course, you don't have to be, but you could be. But this also rules about communication as well. Gemini energy is very communicative. Sometimes, you know, Gemini can be seen as having like 2 different personalities. But also with the moon in the 4th house showing up here, I feel like you have this strong connection to family in some way. The cards will definitely help me clarify this, but there is something here that has to do with home and family. So perhaps, you know, home and family is really important to you, or you're really connected to your ancestors as well. And with the moon, this kind of gives me an emotional energy, so you could be really sensitive to emotions of other people. You could be highly sensitive yourself. There's nothing wrong with being sensitive. Just make sure that you protect your energy. I'm sensing that you're probably really empathic, and, you know, sensitive to other people's emotions. So that's just something to keep in mind here. You could have in your natal chart the moon in your moon in the 4th house. So check that out. I do offer natal chart readings if you're interested in learning more about yourself. Check out the description box below and there will be information on how you can sign up for a reading with me on your natal chart. But for some of you, you could have your moon in the 4th house. You could have your moon in Gemini as well, a Gemini moon. But yeah, I'm gonna roll the die as well here. Also, I feel like for some of you too, you could like wear your heart on your sleeve, and like you could be really communicative about your feelings and emotions, or you could be the complete opposite, and something that you're needing to work through or work on is being open to being more vulnerable, is a message that I just heard. But let me roll the die to see what other zodiac signs we get, just to kind of give you some further clarity on if your sign shows up. So please, spirit, who is pile number 1? We have Scorpio energy, could be a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising. We have Taurus sun, moon, or rising. Okay, I'm gonna roll once more. We also have Cancer sun, moon, or rising. You don't have to be specifically that, but that is for further clarity if that is you. Now I'm gonna look at your tarot. All right, so let's see, who are you? Who are you meant to be? What do you need to know about yourself? We have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay them out first. Ten of Wands, the Strength card, some Leo energy coming in. Nine of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and King of Wands. Okay, so we have Leo energy. So you could be a Leo, sun, moon, or rising. I do see some fire. There's some fire energy showing up in this, but with the Ten of Wands and the Strength card, I definitely feel like you have been through it. There has probably been some hardships that you have gone through because of the Strength card. You're also really courageous and strong yourself, like really resilient. I'm getting like really resilient energy in this. You have this strong desire to make your dreams come true, and I feel like you have a strong desire to achieve financial success. You want to be able to provide for your family. You want to be able to take care of your family, right? There's this like leadership energy with this King of Wands here, like being the leader of your family who's able to provide and bring stability. Because we do have that fourth house energy in the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about like providing financially for your family and building like long-term, what's the word I'm looking for? Legacy. Yeah, like a legacy for yourselves. And, you know, having money that will be able to support you and future generations. Support you, your family, and future generations. And with the King of Wands here, I do feel like you have this fiery, passionate side about you. You have like a strong passion. But with the Ten of Wands, this is definitely like burden. Like you kind of wear the weight of the world on your shoulders here. Maybe even in your family life, you feel like you take on all of the burdens, all of the responsibilities. I feel like you're a really responsible person who, you know, people rely on to be supportive and to take care of others. And at the same time, maybe you struggle to take care of yourself because you're constantly feeling burdened and run down because of this desire to want to be able to support your family. And another way that I can read this is if you have struggled with your immediate family, then you could feel burdened by your immediate family in some way. But with the Nine of Cups in the middle of this reading here, I definitely see that you have a desire to, you know, bring in wish fulfillment. And, you know, this wish fulfillment might even be in regards to being financially stable and having financial freedom and wealth in this lifetime. But I am also getting really like boss vibes, entrepreneur vibes. So let's dive in further into this reading to see what else we can get for you, pile number one. So we have light. It is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Yeah, so you have this light about you that you're meant to share with the world here. Beautiful energy. And I want to look at some more astrology. So we have trine, flow. This says harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energize, enjoys, eases, gifts, supports, okay, indulges. You could really like to indulge in things that make you feel good. We also have Mercury, which is all about communication, words, thoughts, analyzes, information, learning, ideas, okay, vision, curiosity even. And then we have Libra and we have Capricorn energy. Interesting. Capricorn energy, the boss. Yeah, this definitely gave me like boss vibes, like being the boss or the manager or this leader that people look up to. You have a lot of leadership abilities. You also have this really serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured and traditional way of looking at life. You're also really wise. and down to earth, reserved, but also rigid and very disciplined. Like I said, you're really disciplined. I feel like you take on responsibilities, and people like look up to you because you're so responsible and wise. And you also probably have been through a lot, which is why we have this 10 of Wands. And 10 of Wands can also talk of like ending a difficult cycle. But with Capricorn energy, you're definitely really disciplined, and you have these leadership qualities where you're able to, you know, build that 10 of Pentacles legacy, family legacy for yourself and for future generations. And you also have Libra energy, which is all about harmony and, you know, balanced energy, people pleasing, fair, idealistic. So now I'm kind of getting this energy of, you know, I feel as if there's a lot of transformation and shifts that need to happen in the workplace, specifically around leaders and people in power. And I feel like you can actually be one of those people who becomes a boss or a manager at a workplace, but you are a fair boss, you're a fair manager. People look up to you because you're able to lead by example. You're not leading by power, you know what I mean? And you are fair about it. And you're able to bring this transformation to the workplace because you're able to be a fair leader, a fair boss who doesn't let power like corrupt your the way that you lead, if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. But and with communication here, like I feel like you have a way of communicating that makes people feel at ease, that makes people feel in harmony. You're able to share your ideas and share these leadership qualities in a way that actually makes people feel safe and feel like they're heard and accepted. And I think that's really beautiful. All right, so what else do we have for you? I'm gonna look at these ones next. So we have time out. Interesting. Yeah, so what I also think that this time out could mean here, because it's also number 10, completion, 10 of Wands, making sure you're not burning yourself out, making sure you're not taking on too much responsibility to the point where you're leading yourself to exhaustion and burnout, because I do feel like you're someone who does want to help and take care of others, and you sometimes take on the burdens of other people and make them your own burdens. So just taking time out to just rest, recharge, rejuvenate is going to be really important for you. And then we also have success and sweetness. You're definitely destined for success in this lifetime, whatever that means to you. You can be successful. And like I said, there's this sweet energy about you where people just feel like you have this harmonious energy about you where people just feel understood, accepted, and comfortable around you. You're really sweet. Okay, pile number 1. And this success is going to feel sweet for you as well, as I do feel like you have this desire to be successful. And we have friendship and psychic abilities. So friendship is going to be really important in this lifetime for you. And you're probably going to find yourself going through a lot of different friendships, having a lot of different friends. I feel like one way that you learn about human emotion and connection and even yourself is through friendships. And you also have psychic abilities and psychic spiritual gifts. 4th house energy, I mean, yeah, you're probably really in tune with your intuition for sure. And that can actually help guide you along your path. And then we have going forward and inner peace. So this gives me this resilient energy where like no matter what setbacks you get, you're going to continue to go forward. And in this lifetime, you're really trying to get inner peace, reach inner peace and feel internally just at peace. And when you do this, you realize that your external world will reflect this back to you. So this is one of your goals in this lifetime, is to find inner peace within yourself. And then we have hope, okay? So this is Taurus energy again. You're a really hopeful person. You try to stay hopeful about certain situations, even when things feel like they're not going your way. You won't give up. You're going to continue to be hopeful. And I feel like having faith in your dreams and in this, whatever this is that you're trying to create in this lifetime, that's going to actually help you build that foundation and achieve that success and that goal and that dream that you desire. Just having faith and staying hopeful. We also have guilt, okay? So it says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So I do feel like in this lifetime, you're going to have a lot of shifts in your belief system. You're going to realize some of the beliefs that you've had actually stem from childhood, could even stem from a parent, and they could be really limiting you. And your belief system is going to shift and change so that you can have what you desire in this lifetime, because you won't have those beliefs that are holding you back any longer. And if you feel guilty about certain situations, which definitely can remind me of this 10 of Wands energy, you know, let go of that, because there's no need to hold on to that guilt, that energy that's weighing you down. Being able to heal from any guilt that you feel is going to be really important in this lifetime, and making sure that you're not talking to yourself in a way that is like guilting yourself. Because I know it's sometimes really easy to do that, like when we're like, oh, you know, I should have done this instead of that. Like even saying things like that can cause this self-guilt and this disconnection from our intuition. All right, so we have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah, so you're definitely going through an awakening in this lifetime. You're meant to go through an awakening of some sort, which again will shift your belief system. And you'll have this new way of being, and you'll probably feel like you're viewing life from a completely different lens, and it might feel weird at first, but ultimately it's for your highest good to go through this awakening. And we also have released the petals. Look at that. Transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. Yeah, it's like you're letting go of this way of being of who you once were to embrace this new you. Your soul is going to go through a rebirth in this lifetime, where all of a sudden you're going to be seeing life from a completely different perspective. But this shift, this change is actually helping you. It's raising your vibration, and it aligns you with your success and your destiny and all of this like legacy for your family, okay, you're healing. Sorry, I sound like I'm rambling and going all over the place, but what it is, what's actually happening now, I'm getting this download that you are healing like ancestral patterns, toxic cycles, generational trauma within your bloodline, within your family, and you're actually breaking these patterns. That's what I'm getting. When you're going through this awakening and you're going through this transformation, this rebirth, and changing your belief system and completely like doing this energetic upgrades, you're breaking generational trauma cycles within your family. And this is going to be so healing for not only you, but for generations to come. And that is beautiful energy and very intense, but it's honestly beautiful. And so we have school and we have career change, okay? So some of you are going to be really drawn to school and higher education or learning in some way. It says the answers that you're seeking involves going to school in some way. This could be higher education, you know, college, or this could even just be taking a class online, learning about what it is you're interested in. And there's definitely a career change that's going to take place in your lifetime at some point, where you're going to go through a career change. You could even be going on this right now as well, but you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So realize this. there is a specific career meant for you in this lifetime that you're going to find, and it's going to bring you this success and this financial stability and this legacy for you and the success that your soul desires, because you definitely desire financial freedom and success in some way, and this is going to happen through your career, but you might actually go through a career change in order to achieve this, and you also might go back to learning about this career so that you can make this happen. And then lastly here we have Queen, okay, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. You have this desire to protect others. This reminds me of that Libra energy that came up, okay? But when you're not embracing this part of you, the shadow attributes to this, like the dark side of this energy, is becoming really arrogant when authority is challenged, or being controlling and demanding. And again, like I said, you're trying to be that boss, that leader that people look up to and feel very seen, heard, accepted, appreciated, not a boss that's controlling and demanding of others, but rather leads by example and wants to help the people who look up to them. And then we also have gossip, okay? So some of you might have this tendency to gossip, or this could be like past energy. I mean, Gemini showed up first. Gemini moons, I feel like, can be sometimes subjective to gossiping in some ways, Gemini, because they just like to communicate. They're curious. You're really curious and you want to know about other people and what's happening and what's going on. Okay, but know that the shadow aspects of this thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information and betraying confidences, okay? But the light side of this is awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honors trust. So you can be seen as a really trustworthy person who people can depend on and rely on to keep information sacred and to not share personal information with others. And also, you have the ability to care about other people's feelings and, you know, be that person that people can confide in. And we also have Lover. So this is great passion and devotion. Okay, you have a strong appreciation of someone or something. Love is definitely in the cards here. But the shadow side to this is obsessive passion that harms others, or self-destructive devotion, okay? Like holding on to something that's not good for you and not wanting to let go, okay? So keep that in mind. So that's what I have for you here. Now I'm just going to jump into your charms as well for additional information, so I will see you there. All right, so I have some channeled messages that I'm going to pull from, and then I also have some charms. So let's get your charms first. Please, Spirit, for pile number 1, crystal number 1, what do they need to know about themselves that they may not know, they may not see? Who are they? Who are they, please, Spirit? So you can look for names, letters, and initials, but before I do that, I'm going to also get some additional notes here. Who are pile number 1? What do they need to know about themselves? Okay. Let's take a look. Your name could be Joe. You might know a Joe. We also have John. So if you see your name, initials, letters, words, anything that stands out to you, there you go. So let's take a look at your charms, shall we? Oh wow, look at that. We have Hope showing up again. Hope wanted to show up again, okay? So again, with the Hope, you guys, you have so much hope and faith, or that you're meant to have hope and faith. You're also really protected by your angels, and by even their ancestors might be really protective of you as well. So we actually have a couple zodiac signs showing up. We have Virgo energy, Aries energy, and Pisces energy. So if that resonates with you at all, Butterfly represents transformation, of course, definitely going through transformation, and with the wheel showing up, definitely going through lots of cycles in life. Okay, never-ending cycles, that's what life is all about. I do feel like you're really connected to your ancestors. I feel like you really are, and there's just something here that tells me that you're meant to break some sort of generational trauma that has been happening in your family for a while now, and your ancestors are cheering you on for sure. The moon showing up again, the moon. Yeah, you're really intuitive. I feel that. And again, angels watching over me. Your angels are watching over you right now. You probably have a guardian angel who could have been a passed on loved one. Crown showing up. You really are meant to be successful in this lifetime for sure. And I do feel like some of you also might thrive at nighttime. With the bat showing up, it just reminds me of this energy of like just being like someone who does well at night or like just feels more energized at night for some reason. All right, so let's look at your channeled messages. We have share your story. Okay, so some of you are meant to share your story. You have a story that you're meant to share. You're really spiritual. Okay, we also have empathy. Yeah, so you are an empath. You have a lot of empathy. We also have you will be famous. You will be famous. Wanted to show up here. Successful, famous, well-known. Entrepreneur energy. Analytical, Virgo energy. You can manifest. You're a manifester. And lastly, we have mediation, which is Libra energy, being a mediator of some sort, being able to mediate situations, see both sides of the coin. That is your reading, pile number 1. I really hope this resonated in one way or another. If it did, give this a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date with my new pick a card readings. And please leave a comment below. I would love to hear if this resonated or a little bit about you, how you're doing, you know, what's up. I love talking with you guys, and I really hope to see you next time. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose this beautiful crystal here, then this is your reading all about who you are, a little bit about, you know, who you're meant to be in this lifetime, what you need to know about yourself that you may not know, all that good stuff. So I'm really excited to dive right into this. It's going to be more in depth. We have not only the Astro dice that I'm going to be rolling, but also tarot, oracle cards, and a charm reading. So make sure you stay tuned for the charm reading as well, as it's all important. All right, so let's roll this dice, and please use your intuition to guide you. This is a collective reading. Please, Spirit, for pile number 2, crystal number 2, who are they? Who are they? All right, we have Mercury, the first house in Capricorn energy. All right, so you guys are definitely, there's this focus of expressing yourself, being very communicative. You're meant to communicate in this lifetime and perhaps even strengthen your communication in some way. The first house is all about yourself, so maybe you're learning about who you are in this lifetime and coming into a strong sense of who you are. Capricorn energy, very practical, traditional, structured, you know, disciplined, sometimes rigid energy. You could be a Capricorn rising, okay? You could have a Capricorn Mercury. You could be also a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising. And you could also have your Mercury in the first house of your natal chart. So if you don't know how to read your natal chart, I mean, you can pull it up on astro.com. But I also offer in-depth natal chart readings, and I would love to do one for you. If you're interested, I will leave in the description box below how you can sign up for that. But yeah, so let's roll the astrology die one more time to get additional zodiac signs that may be watching. We also have Aries, sun, moon, or rising, Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, and Aries again. Okay, so it's okay if that's not you. That's just additional information, like confirmation. But more zodiac signs may pop up in this reading. So let's take a look at your tarot. Who are you? We have the Knight of Wands, the Fool, Seven of Wands, the Death card here, Scorpio energy, and the Knight of Cups. This is fire, water energy for sure, and Scorpio energy showing up here. Alright, so I feel as if some of you may have some impulsiveness about you, which is no surprise because Aries energy showed up. You could be really impulsive at times, but also really creative in some way. Because with this Knight of Wands energy, I get impulsive, but I also get creativity and passion and fiery, right? With the Fool card here, you know, you may go through a lot of new beginnings in this lifetime. And also you may just be someone who impulsively takes a lot of risks and, you know, isn't afraid to take risks. But also with the Seven of Wands energy, so this to me gives me this type of energy where either you are very defensive at times or people may come at you at times. Like you may feel very judged at times. You may feel like people are trying to, you know, come at you sideways in a way where it's like you feel like they're judging you or they're trying to tell you how to live your life, and you're like, no, like I'm gonna do what I want to do and I'm gonna live my life my way. And you may even have to at some point cut ties with people like this in your life who are trying to hold you back from almost like, I feel like there's a sense of needing to be authentically you and cutting away at whatever does not align. You're gonna definitely go through some sort of rebirth in this lifetime. I feel like a transformation, maybe a death of the ego is something that I'm getting in this as well, which of course you're not gonna let go of your ego altogether, because we can't just let go of our complete ego, because that it helps keep us safe at times, but not letting your ego get in your way, and maybe learning also how to be a better communicator could be also something that you're working on. But there's just a lot of Wands energy. And with this Knight of Cup here, I feel like you have this like romantic side to you, this sensual side to you, where, you know, you are someone who does care about people and you have this compassionate, loving energy about you. You're a hopeless romantic, possibly even, but you do have a lot of passion, a lot of drive, a lot of risk-taking energy, not afraid to take risks, not afraid to really be who you want to be, but also you may feel judged, or you may feel like you have to defend your, like, who you are in some way. And cutting ties with what no longer aligns with you, and cutting ties with like what holds you back from being who you want to be in this lifetime is probably going to be important. So let's take a further look into this. We have no limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is much for you to share. You are limitless. You can have whatever you want in this lifetime. You can create whatever you want in this lifetime. There's no limits to what you can create and who you can be. Yeah, you have a lot of potential, but I also feel like sometimes you probably have no limits either. So just be mindful of that when like communicating, because perhaps you can be a really strong communicator, which at times makes people defensive. But let's take a more look at your astrology here. So we have semi-sextile, allowing, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to. Okay, cycles, grows, realizes, and rewards, for sure. All about allowing. And then we have the 8th house, ruled by Scorpio, all about intimacy. Knight of Cups energy coming in, but investments, intensity, contracts, sex, secrets, mysteries, obsessions, inheritance, stalking, the underworld, okay? And then we have the 2nd house, which is interesting because it's the opposite of the 8th house. And this is all about the material world, possessions, finance, talent, okay? And then we have the sun. So your sun could be in the 8th or the 2nd house, but this is all about, again, sense of self, who you are, the essence, energy, self-awareness, spirit, creativity, honor, your ego, individuality, okay, expression. And then we have mystery, the unknown, psychic abilities. So you have psychic abilities. You have the universal truth within you, oneness. You're really connected to source. So I do feel like people see you in this mysterious light. Like there's this mystery about you. And I do feel like you have a strong intuition and some psychic abilities. And you actually might even be able to communicate, like channel messages from the spiritual realms. And that actually could be part of your life purpose here and who you are. Endings and beginnings definitely come to my mind here with the Fool card, the Death card in the 8th house. So you may go through a lot of endings and new beginnings, a lot of transformation. So let's see what else we can get from this. And again, this also gives me that the death of, it's funny that the Sun card ended up right here on top of the Death card, because that again gives me this energy of like the death of the ego and not letting your ego hold you back. So there you go. And with the 2nd house showing up with the 7 of Wands, you know, you might even find that people are really, you might be defending your finances a lot, defending your talent a lot, or defending your worthiness a lot, because maybe you struggle with feeling like worthy because of people judging you, criticizing you, or if people criticize and judge your talents. So, or even your finances and the way that you handle your money. That could also be something that happens for you. And again, with the Fool card, 8th house, intimacy, endings and new beginnings that happen in your life a lot, and really just allowing your creativity to shine and come through. You will be rewarded for that. So let's see what else we have. We have forgiveness. So there's a lot of forgiveness that's going to be happening for you in this lifetime. Maybe forgiving others for, you know, hurting you in some way. Learning how to forgive and heal might actually be really important for your soul in this lifetime, to let go of, you know, past hurts and pains. And then we have rest. So you're going to be someone who really needs a lot of rest. You also may really enjoy resting a lot, but there is this sense of needing to rest and take care of yourself. And we also have strength. So you have a lot of strength within you, especially if you are someone who is who feels the need to like have to defend themselves all the time. Or you may go through a lot of hurdles, a lot of battles of people who are trying to hold you back from really using your powers to your full potential. And we have grounding. So you're a really grounding soul. This is Virgo energy. You have a lot of grounding energy about you. People may find you as a really grounding force. Okay, so that's beautiful. You also will benefit from grounding your energy, whether it's like meditation, being out in nature, just taking time to rest and recharge again. We have compassion and fertility. Ooh, interesting. So you're a really compassionate soul. You're here to spread and share compassion on earth. You're here to share that compassion that is within you with the rest of the world here. And with fertility, some of you are meant to be a parent, be a mom, okay? But also this gives me, again, more creative energy. You have a lot of creativity. You're meant to create something beautiful in this lifetime. And it could even be a passion project that you birth into life. You bring life to. And then we have embracing. Yes, you're embracing who you are in this lifetime. You're meant to embrace who you are, your authenticity, and just embracing life in general, and going with the flow, and not being afraid to be who you are, not being afraid to speak your truth, okay? not being afraid to share who you are with the world. Relaxation, again, look at that. Definitely relaxation, grounding, rest. I mean, it's a huge part of who you are. You need relaxation. This gives me like Taurus energy, Taurus moon vibes, because I feel like Taurus moons can sleep on demand sometimes, depending on the rest of your natal chart, but relaxation is a huge part of your life. Like, you're meant to live a relaxing life. So when you feel like you're not relaxed, you feel a little restless, then you're probably not living in your power, because you're not meant to feel so rushed all the time. You're meant to feel relaxed. And then we have diligence, okay? You're really diligent. No surprise there. Let's see what else we got for you. We have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. This gives me this mystery, the numinous vibe here, right? The unknown. I feel like there's a lot of times when, you know, something comes up where you don't know all the answers. You don't know where a certain direction is going to take you, but you just go that way anyway, because you're going to have this huge amount of faith that the universe is going to be there for you to deliver what you need. And you're not afraid to act on your impulses without knowing all the answers yet. So, like I said, really risk-taking energy, not needing to know all of the answers before you move ahead. And we have mirror. Who or what is triggering you? So with mirror here, I feel like you're going to come into contact with a lot of people. A lot of your relationships are actually going to be your reflection. It's actually going to mirror back to you who you are in some way, so that you actually learn who you are and your sense of self through these relationships with other people. So when people trigger you, it's often an indication that there's a part of you that needs to be healed, so that you can truly embrace your authenticity and your true sense of self here. So keep that in mind. And then we also have plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action. Grounded action. More grounded energy, needing to ground yourself, taking grounded action, and maybe not being too impulsive at times, and being a little bit more grounded with the way that you act and the way that you react in certain situations. We have spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. You're a spiritual teacher. You're here to teach others how to, you know, see life for what it is and connect more with their spiritual selves. And I feel like because you've gone through this process yourself, and now I feel as if you have a lot of spiritual beliefs that perhaps a lot of people around you may not believe in or have similar viewpoints as you, but you're meant to be a spiritual teacher in some way, and you actually give really good guidance, and you're really wise. You have a lot of wisdom within you. You're meant to communicate what you learn through your own spiritual journey, and this actually helps to heal others, which is honestly beautiful. And then we have oracle cards. Okay, you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. Again, you're able to be that guide that people look up to you, that spiritual guide. And you may even be a tarot reader or an oracle card reader. You could connect with oracle cards like how I'm doing. You're able to discern answers and guidance for not only yourself, but for others as well. You have a lot of spiritual gifts, pile number 2. A lot of spiritual gifts that you're meant to share with the world. All right, so we have scribe. Preserving knowledge and information. Mercury energy, no surprise here. You're able to write, communicate, share your story, you know, share your journey with others, share the knowledge that you learn. The shadow side to this, though, is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So that's what you want to avoid doing, okay? And then we have Miser Midas, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, okay, but the light attributes to this is entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So you could be an entrepreneur entrepreneur of some sort. You definitely have creative ability to turn an idea that you have into financial success. Okay, and the shadow attributes to this though is hoarding money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So holding on to your finances too tightly, being afraid of losing it all, that's a mindset shift you need to shift away from, okay? And then we have slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. And the shadow attribute is giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. This reminds me of the Seven of Wands energy. You know, people telling you that you're living life the wrong way. You're doing something wrong. Like maybe people are really against your spiritual beliefs. I can kind of resonate with that. Okay, but continuing along your journey anyways, not letting other people make choices for you, listening to your intuition, being that risk taker even if people are against, you know, what you believe in or what you think is best for yourself. It doesn't matter what external forces think, right? It's all about looking within and doing that deep dive to what it is you truly desire and going after it without asking for that validation or opinion from someone else. Okay, you're here to make your own choices, to listen to your intuition and live life for you. So that's what I have with the cards. Now let's jump into your charms. All right, pile number 2. I'm going to grab some charms and some channeled messages for you. So please, Spirit, for pile number 2, who are they? Who are they meant to be? What do they need to know about themselves? What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves at this time? What does pile number 2 need to know about themselves? Who are they? Spirit, who are they? All right, so I'm going to lay out the letters so you can see if you see any words, names, initials, anything that stands out to you. All right, so for your charms, we have Aquarius energy. It could be Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. And then we have a lot of affirmations showing up. We have willpower. You have a lot of willpower. You have the potential you inspire other people, especially with all that fire energy. You inspire other people. You're really protected by your angels, your guides, and you have a strong bit of faith, and you need to have that strong faith because faith is what guides you. You also have a lot of grace. You give people grace. You show grace and forgiveness, and you have a lot of love to give. Love could even be important to you. With this music symbol here, some of you could be really connected to music. Some of you may be songwriters. Some of you may be musicians of some sort, or you find answers through songs. You definitely have a lot of angels supporting you, protecting you, and watching over you. You may even have a pet cat that is a spirit guide of some sort. Really connected to cats. You're going to go through a lot of transformation in this lifetime. You're meant to embrace your uniqueness, okay? And you may even heal ancestral trauma that has happened within your bloodline. So that's just another message. I feel like some of you might have a son of some sort that is going to love you so much that you're going to share a strong bond with. And also I do feel as if you do the bat showing up. When the bat shows up here, this gives me this energy of, you know, you being really energized at night, or you work best at night for some of you. Okay, so that's what I got there. Now let's take a look at the channeled messages we have for you. We have mediation. So you are seen as a mediator in some way. You're able to see more than one side of situations here. We also have introvert. So you could be really introverted, or early on in life you were really introverted, so it makes it a little bit difficult for you to be who you truly want to be and be expressive and share, you know, your gifts with others because of early on in life when you were really did have a lot of introvert qualities about you. Entrepreneur showing up. So definitely some entrepreneurs in this pile. a healer. You're a healer. You have healing energies. You can heal others. You're very approachable. People find you super approachable. You're also really analytical. Creating the change you wish to see. You are creating change here on earth that you wish to see. You've definitely gone through some hardships, okay? But that's why you have so much gifts about you, because you are so wise, because you've been through so much and you've learned a lot through those hardships. And then we also have creative. Yes, very creative. All right, pile number 2. So this is your reading. I hope that this resonated in one way or another. If it did, give this a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell to stay up to date with my new pick a card readings. Leave a comment below. Let me know if this resonated. Let me know about you. Love to connect and communicate with you guys. And I'm sending you all of my love. Until next time. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this beautiful crystal here, then this is your reading all about who you are, who you're meant to be, what you need to know about yourself, a little bit of self-discovery today. So I'm really excited. This is a collective reading. Please keep that in mind. So use your intuition to guide you. I'm going to be rolling the astro dice, looking at tarot, looking at oracle cards, and doing a charm reading. So stay tuned till the end so you can watch your charm reading as well, as it's all important. So let's get started. I'm going to roll the astro dice. Whoa. First, to kind of see a little bit about who you are. So please, Spirit, for pile number 3. Who are they? We have the 11th house, Pluto energy, and Sagittarius energy. All right, so some of you could be Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Could also be part of the Pluto and Sagittarius generation. Okay, if you don't know how to read your natal chart at astro.com, I do offer natal chart readings, and I can tell you all about yourself. They're in-depth astrology readings, so I'll leave information in the description box below if you're interested in that. You could also have Pluto in your 11th house, which means you go through a lot of transformation when it comes to your wishes and hopes and dreams, but also friendships and communities. Like maybe for a while you felt like you didn't fit in with, you know, groups of people, or you know, the way that you view like groups of people or communicating with the communities has changed and shifted and gone through a lot of transformation. You're definitely going through a lot of transformation in this lifetime. Sagittarius energy is really freedom seeking, seeker of truth, philosophical energy. You could even have a desire to travel. All right, so there's that. But the 11th house is also like all about humanitarian energy and just dealing with like the collective. You may even be like a networker, someone who is able to network with people. You could work online. You could have a community online that people look up to, things like that. You could start a community online. These are just things that are coming to my mind. But I'm also going to roll the astro dice to get more zodiac signs. It could be a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or your Pluto is in Sagittarius. But let's see what else we can get for who is watching this. We have Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay, so let's dive into this reading. I'm going to look at your tarot. We have the 5 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and 2 of Wands. Okay, so I definitely feel like you guys have manifesting abilities. You're able to manifest. I feel that with this Ace of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to be financially abundant in this lifetime, but you struggle with some internal conflict here with the 5 of Swords. I feel like you sometimes are afraid to be who you want to be. You may struggle with overthinking, self-doubt, critical energy, being really hard on yourself, you know, even like at times like just talking down to yourself. There's just like internal conflict that happens within, but when you get past that, you're actually able to manifest whatever it is you desire, and you're meant for a lot of expansion in this lifetime. And with the Hierophant here, usually this is about commitment, high levels of commitment, but I also see this as, you know, she's writing. So you could be a writer of some sort. You could have a message you're meant to share. You could be a teacher of some sort, a spiritual teacher, or just someone who has this message that they're meant to share, or a book you're meant to write in this lifetime. So take that as a sign, if this is a sign for any of you who may want to write something or communicate something in some way, be a writer. Or even, again, with the online, you could even have a blog online that you write and share, like, experiences that you've gone through or something like that. Like, you're a writer of some sort, or you share and communicate in some way. And you're able to get this message, get this book, get this writing out there to many people and find, like, expansion through it. So that's what we get starting off here. Lots of earth energy as well. So you could be like a Virgo rising, a Capricorn rising. You could be a Taurus rising, sun or moon as well. So for astrology, we have Saturn, wisdom, yeah. Very disciplined, structure, responsibility. You go through a lot of tests and hardships in life, but they teach you lessons that actually give you wisdom. And it actually helps you be this source of wisdom and guidance for other people. And I feel like you're meant to share your wisdom in this lifetime with a group of people, with a lot of people, with a community of people. Your wisdom is meant to be shared. You're also really grounding. You have self-control, okay? And you're really mature. You might have been told that you're really mature for your age. Maybe when you were younger, you got told that a lot, but I feel there's this maturity about you. There's opposition here, so this need to bring in balance. Again, like I said, with this Five of Swords energy, I feel like internally you might be off balance and you struggle a lot with finding inner peace. And I feel like that's something you're meant to master in this lifetime. You're meant to master the balance out of your energies and to find that inner peace. We have the 9th house here, which is seeking, foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, spiritual quests, aspirations, Sagittarius energy, again, traveling. And 5th house, passion, creativity, you know, performance, Leo energy, entertainment, costumes, pleasure, children, humor, romance, okay? So some of you could have Saturn in your 9th or 5th house. And that could be where your energy is restrictive and where you learn a lot of lessons at first. But as you learn these lessons, they become your wisdom and they will give you rewards, okay? And I feel like a lot of you are seekers of truth. You're meant to share your higher knowledge. Your beliefs that you have are actually really spiritual and provide a lot of wisdom. You're also meant to create something in this lifetime, create something beautiful, whether it be a family, children, but also just create, like, again, maybe something online that's meant to be shared, or create a book, or tell a story, something like that. You're meant to have fun in this lifetime, and I feel like having fun is really restricted from you because of the Saturn energy, because you're so mature. It's really hard for you to have fun sometimes, but you're meant to have fun. You're meant to experience passion in this lifetime. But you're seeking truth. You're seeking something. There's this curiosity about you that wants to seek something in this lifetime, whether that's seeking like your purpose, or seeking like a spiritual quest. Journalism, again, some of you could be in the journalism field, or you want to travel a lot, foreign travel. You want to go experience the world for what it is, okay? So these are just some initial things that I'm seeing here. But there is this need to balance out, find balance, work through this Five of Swords energy. So then we also have communication. Yeah, you're meant to communicate something that you seek out, that you learn about. And that's why I feel like there's this need to write or share something or create something where it's allowing you to communicate in some way. You also could be learning lessons in communication and learning how to speak up. And then we have disruption and stop here. So that's really interesting. Disruption gives me that 5 of Swords energy. I feel like you get to points where you feel like you're so ready to start something and move forward, and then all of a sudden something comes in and tries to distract you and tries to stop you and block you, and that's what you're having to work through and balance out so that you can have the confidence in yourself to keep going forward even when these disruptions and setbacks come into your life. Don't let them hold you back. Don't let these setbacks hold you back. Continue to keep moving forward and continue to just embrace your gifts and embrace who you truly want to be in this lifetime without letting these disruptions and setbacks to get in your way. And we have dreams. So the universe speaks to you through your dreams. So you probably have really powerful, intense dreams. And it's important to pay attention to these because the universe actually gives you signs, synchronicities, and additional messages through your dreams. We have vitality here, okay? So you have a lot of vitality. This is Taurus energy. Also 32 or the number 5. We also have 33, so this is a master number. You could be a master number 33. And you could also be a life path number 32. Okay, so that's kind of something that I wanted to mention that kind of came to my attention here. We have travel. Yeah, that 9th house energy. You're meant to travel in this lifetime. You could be someone who, you know, wants to travel, and there may be some delays in traveling, but then eventually you're going to be able to have the opportunity to travel. You could be just, again, yeah, basically I just find that travel is part of who you are. We also have healing. So yeah, there's a lot of healing that's going to be happening in this lifetime for you, healing this energy that's within, that's really disrupted and feels off balance, and finding balance again. You might have gone through a lot as a child, but the reason you went through a lot of this was actually to teach you lessons and to help you learn and gain wisdom so that you could share the wisdom that you learned. You also may be a healer yourself, so you not only heal yourself, but you heal others, and healing is a huge part of who you are. You probably have this ability to heal the collective in some way too, like be a part of like being able to help heal the collective. And we have leadership and trust. So you have this ability to have so much faith and trust in the universe. And at first this may not have been easy, but when you learn how to trust in not only yourself and in the universe, you step into this leadership position where you're inspiring and helping so many people around you, and people see you as a leader. You have leadership qualities. And we have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So health is really important. You probably like to take care of yourself, and if you don't, you're actually meant to focus on your health and make sure you're honoring your physical body. Taking care of yourself. You may also work in the health field in some way, whether it's like a nurse, a doctor, a nutritionist, an herbalist, a counselor, you know, therapist, something to do with health here. And you got a couple of these cards, more than the other piles, but I took them. It says, Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. You're really connected to your ancestors. You know, they may have even chosen you to break ancestral trauma and generational trauma cycles, so you could break that chain, okay? And then we also have here, where are you being called to journey to? So listen to that inner calling, that inner knowing that's telling you to go this way, and don't let anything hold you back or stop you. Then we have Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. Again, you're meant to bring compassion to humanity here, to groups of people, to the collective, okay? You have a lot of compassion within you as well, and you're meant to share that with the world. And then we also have the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. This again gives me that inner peace, finding balance within yourself. coming into alignment, going with the flow, finding harmonious relationships, you know, learning from your relationships, finding harmonious friendships. Then we also have builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So you're able to create and build so much, which is why I feel like you're meant to create something, whether it's like a book or a blog, or you're meant to build something. And also infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So whatever you feel your life purpose, your inner calling, your inner knowing is, you are so supported by your guides, by your ancestors. You will find so much abundance and fulfillment through pursuing this life purpose. And again, like I said, manifesting abilities, you're able to manifest abundance into your life. So just have so much trust and faith in that. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have networker, 11th house, networker, yes. You are able to share with others, okay? So it says, enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy, okay? You're meant to network with people, and you could have a strong online presence in this lifetime where you're sharing a lot of your wisdom that you've learned through this seeking of knowledge. But the shadow attributes of this is conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood, okay? So keep that in mind. We don't want to spread fear, right? We want to uplift humanity in the collective, and fear is a low vibrational energy. We don't want to share fear-based media. And then we also have child orphan. Independence based on learning to go at it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Some of you may have felt super alone as a child. You may have felt like you didn't have family to lean on. You may have felt alone. You may have had to grow up fast on your own. You learned independence from a really young age. Sagittarius energy, learning independence at a young age. You may have even felt abandoned by a parent, okay? And the shadow attributes of this is feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Okay, so working through your fears of abandonment, fear of surviving, conquering all of this is actually going to strengthen you so much. And it's going to help you find that inner peace, and you're going to be able to help others do the same and share your story of how you were able to get through this and how you were able to find your life purpose and find fulfillment and just have so much trust in the universe. There's something you're meant to share and create here based off of, I think, what your hardships and what you've went through and learned by, you know, learning how to go at it alone and become this independent person who actually found so much strength through all of these hardships that you've went through. I feel like childhood was really hard for some of you, especially with Saturn in the 5th house. I have Saturn in the 5th house. It's really hard energy to deal with, and oftentimes leads to growing up super fast, and having a hard time having fun and enjoying life because you feel like you have responsibility all the time because you were put with so much responsibility at such a young age. Storyteller, oh my goodness, yes. You're meant to write, okay, some of you are meant to write a book. Some of you are meant to tell a story, share your story. You have the ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Okay, so some of you are really meant to be writers, and you're meant to share your story, and you're meant to inspire others through storytelling and networking. And you could also tell your story online and have this community online where you're sharing your story and helping others. But the dark side of this, the shadow side, is making up tales that harm others, okay? You don't want to do that. So that's what I have for you, pile number 3, but I also have some charms, so let's jump into that. All right, pile number 3, I'm gonna pull some channeled messages here and some charms for some additional messages. So please, Spirit, who is pile number 3? Who are they? What do they need to know about themselves? What does pile number 3 need to know about themselves? Whoa. Alright, so who is pile number 3? What do they need to know about themselves, please, Spirit? Alright, starting off, I'm going to do the letters. You can look for names, words, initials that stand out to you. Alright, so for your charms, I see a camera here. So some of you could be into photography, or, you know, taking photos could be part of it. Part of your journey as well. Maybe with that online presence, you take photos a lot. We have the money, the $100 bill showing up. You're meant to be financially successful in this lifetime. And wealthy. We also have this witch hat here, so I feel as if you have a lot of spiritual gifts, healing abilities. Perhaps even in a past life you could come from, you know, some of your ancestors could be witches. You could have been witches in a past life, things like that. And when I say witch, what I mean is just like healing abilities, being super connected to like the elements of the earth, right? From like fire and earth, water, and things like that, and just being able to heal others through using the elements of the earth, the 4 elements, I should say. Some of you could also be really connected to a cat. You could have cats as pets, and some of them could be your spirit guide. You also have a lot of angels watching over you, protecting you. You could thrive at night. You could find a lot of your energy, it comes through at night. You have a lot of willpower. You don't give up. You could be really connected to the ocean, and you may find that you want to live by the sea at some point. Okay, so that's what I got for you for that. And let's look at your channel messages. So we have intuitive. You're really intuitive, pile number 3. You are also very compassionate. Yes, you're meant to share your compassionate energy to help raise the vibration. You could be a public speaker. You're meant to communicate. Wealthy. Oh my goodness. Yes, you're meant to be wealthy, pile number 3. You have a lot of empathy. You're an empath. You also crave freedom. There's that Sagittarius energy showing up. You crave freedom. It's a huge part of your life purpose is to have that freedom. You're meant to be a mom or dad. You're also, this also gives me this needing to heal from a parent wound as well. Could be something, or your mom or dad is like a big part of your life purpose or what you go through in this lifetime. Look at that, writer. It's the only pile so far that got writer in channel messages here. So you're definitely meant to write something. You can be very impulsive at times, so keep that in mind. And lastly, we have manifester. Yes. All right, pile number 3. So that is your reading. I hope these messages resonated in one way or another. If it did, give this a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date with my new pick a card readings. Leave a comment below. Let me know if this resonated. Let me know about you. I would love to chat and talk with you guys. I love talking with you guys. I'm sending you all of my love. Until next time. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose this beautiful crystal here, then this is your reading. All about who you are, what you need to know about yourself, okay? A little bit of self-discovery. This is a collective reading, so please use your intuition to guide you. It's going to be a little bit more in-depth. We got astro die, we've got oracle cards, tarot cards, and charms at the end, so stay tuned to the charm reading because there's going to be messages in there that you are going to want to hear. Alright, so let's get started. Who is pile number 4, please, Spirit? What do they need to know about themselves? Who are they? We got Mercury energy, 10th house, and Capricorn energy. So you could be dealing with communication in some way in regards to your career. You're meant to communicate something. You could be seen as, you know, like a public speaker, someone who speaks and shares and communicates ideas as part of your career. Capricorn energy, you could also be really successful in your career, powerful, seen as like a leader. You could be very hardworking, okay? You could be a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. You could have your Mercury in Capricorn. Or you could also have your Mercury in the 10th house. And your MC could be in Capricorn as well. And if you aren't sure how to find that out, you can check it out on astro.com to check out your natal chart. But if you don't know how to read it, I do offer natal chart readings to learn more about yourself. I will leave information in the description box below on how you can book a reading with me. But let's roll this zodiac die one more time to get more zodiac signs, please, Spirit. You could also be a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. A Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. A Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or those zodiac signs could be ruling your MC as well, or your 10th house. Alright, so let's get started. Let's look at your tarot. So we have the Queen of Swords, communication for sure. 3 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Sun, and the 5 of Cups. Okay, so with this Swords energy, you're definitely meant to communicate. You could have a lot of air sign, like Libra, Gemini, Aquarius in your chart. You're also meant to be creative and express yourself. You're meant to creatively express yourself is what I'm getting. You could even be collaborating with a person on one common goal here. You're meant to collaborate to create something where you're able to express yourself. Like maybe you and another person come together to create something that could be surrounding like a creative project, or just this way where you're needing to express yourself. There's just a need to express yourself. Whoa, okay. You could be a very strong communicator. You could also be a really good communicator as well. There is this need though to let your true self shine here, like to let yourself be seen. Creativity is meant to be involved here. With the 5 of Cups, there's a sense of like loss, this sense of kind of like sadness here. Maybe in childhood you felt a sense of like abandonment, a sense of rejection, a sense of loss, and this could have closed up your throat chakra a little bit. And as you get older, you are working on opening back up and letting yourself shine and letting yourself communicate more. Okay, there's like fast thinking. I feel like you're fast thinkers, fast communicators, and you're meant to speak your truth. Pile number 4 is truly what I'm getting here. You're meant to let your authentic self shine. Authenticity is going to be so important regardless of what other people say, regardless of if you're rejected by someone or if you feel like someone, you know, doesn't appreciate you for who you are. And you're also meant to create something and collaborate and create something beautiful in this lifetime. So let's get more clarity on this with the zodiac. So we have Taurus energy here, okay? Earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, worthy, pleasure-seeking, sensuous, possessive, loyal, patient, okay? Those could all indicate a little bit of who you are. You could be a Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And Cancer energy as well. Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Feeling, sympathetic, comforting, protective, intuitive, birthing. So some of you with the 3 of Pentacles could literally create a child with someone, is what I'm going to say there. But also introverted, caring, moody, receptive, family oriented. Okay, so that could be a little bit more about you. And then we have healing. Healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, sensitivity, forgiveness, cleansing, okay, pain. And the 4th house, okay, so now I'm getting a message of some of you are meant to heal a family trauma wound here, heal from trauma from, you know, early on in your family. Maybe you have this wound that's connected to family, and through healing and sharing your experiences, you may even share and heal yourself through communicating about this to the public in some way. some of you have a story to share in regards to your family, in regards to what you went through, and or as you heal from this family trauma, you find more success in your career in some way. You're meant to focus on self-care, healing. You could be healing an ancestral wound in this lifetime because we have this Cancer energy, this healing energy, this 4th house energy. Yeah, healing something in regards to family and home life. Let's see what else we can get. You could also be a healer yourself. You could work in an industry where, you know, you are helping to heal families in some way, like family counseling, or, you know, working in like the health industry where you're being this healing support for families of some sort. So we have reflection, mystery, and rejection. Okay, yeah, here's that 5 of Cups energy. Some of you might have felt rejected by a parent in some way. Some of you might have struggled with rejection wounds, and this is something you're healing from. You're really mysterious though. And with this reflection card, I feel like you often act as a mirror for a lot of people. You might end up triggering a lot of people because you act as that reflective energy for them. And you help people like heal from their unhealed wounds that they might have, or people do this to you where you find yourself getting triggered by a lot of people in your life because they reflect back to you those unhealed wounds. And this is going to continue to happen until you're able to heal that part of you, okay? So working on healing this rejection wound is going to be so important. We also have healing again. Yeah, so healing is definitely a huge part of who you are. You're meant to heal and help others heal in this lifetime. And we also have love here showing up with Libra energy. You could be a life path number 6 or 3. Love is going to be really important in this lifetime for you as well. I feel like a lot of you could also deal with like rejection wounds from partners or in your love life in some way that you're going to have to work on healing from. Maybe past relationships were really hard and you felt rejected in some way in some past relationships. You're meant to also share love with others. You're meant to feel loved and find your self-worth again. So we also have reconciliation and grieving. So you might go through a lot of grieving in this lifetime, from pain from childhood, from family, feeling like you lost your family in some sense. There could also be a reconciliation that happens with someone who hurt you in the past, or just the sense of forgiving someone who hurt you so you can let go of the resentment and move on with your life. It's a huge part of your healing. But I feel like there's a lot of pain here and emotional memories that, you know, stem from just this childhood situation, this family situation that just brings you some sort of pain in some way. Maybe you lost people at a really young age, or you lost a loved one, and, you know, it really hurt you, it really pained you in some way. And, you know, you're meant to go through this healing and communicate this. The more you communicate the pains that you've gone through, the more you heal this part of you and can embrace who you're truly meant to be. Wisdom. You are going to gain a lot of wisdom through these experiences. You're a really wise soul. Through all of this pain that you experience, through this grieving process, through this healing process, you gain so much wisdom that you're able to then communicate with the public. And this actually is something that pays off for you, something that, you know, brings you fulfillment in some way, because it actually heals you to share and communicate this. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yeah, so this is also about learning how... Oh, my camera's gonna die. Okay, so this is, with the Judgment card, this is about not being judgmental with yourself, not being critical and hard on yourself, and not being hard on others, and kind of coming to this point of understanding where you realize that every person on this planet has their own path and challenges, and those challenges kind of shape their perspective and how they live life and how they make their choices and their decisions. And learning how to not be so judgmental about, you know, other people's lives and how they live their life, and realizing that everybody lives their life the way that they perceive life through hardships and experiences they went through. And honestly, this took me a while to come to realization, like when I was going through my own journey to heal from my father wound that I had, and realizing that, you know, my dad had his own struggles, his own hardships that he went through that shaped him into who he was and why he reacted certain ways. It's not me excusing the behavior at all, but it's just me coming to this understanding to be able to heal my own wounds and move forward and not let that pain of the relationship I had with my dad hold me back, okay? So some of you might be needing to kind of look at some of the hardships that you've gone through from a perspective of, okay, like this person hurt me, because hurt people, and they never took the chance to heal themselves, and I need to just, you know, see it for what it is and let go of the resentment, move forward, okay? And it's easier said than done, believe me, I know. So be easy on yourself and don't be so critical of yourself either. Then we also have release here. Release anything that keeps you from your path of authenticity. Yeah, you're meant to shine. You're meant to have your true authentic self shine, and in order to do that, you need to heal and let go of things that keep you from wanting to express yourself, from wanting you to be who you want to be. Let go of things that hurt you and weigh you down, okay? We also have the fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret begins, okay? So rest and patience is going to be a huge part of your journey in this lifetime, and you're probably going to be a really patient person, or you're going to learn patience. You're also going to need to rest, and you probably enjoy resting. You don't want to burn yourself out, but you're here creating heaven on earth, okay? You are creating heaven on earth. You're helping raise the vibration of the planet through healing and expressing yourself. You're able to raise the vibration of this planet. I love that for you. We also have protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. Interesting. So a lot of you are protected by your angels and your guides, but also if you relate at all to this wanting to change your career, know that you are supported in doing so. So some of you are maybe going through a career change or wanting to change your career in some way, or you're starting a new career. Know that you are safe and supported through this. And also here we have freedom. You're free to do what you choose. You can do whatever you want. You are free to do whatever you want in this lifetime, and you will be supported in that. And you may even long to find freedom in this lifetime as well. So we have artists here. So some of you could be artists and creatives, okay? Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. But the dark side of this is using talent as an excuse to mistreat others. Posing as the starving artist to elect pity, okay? So keep that in mind. I mean, don't use this energy of, oh, like, you know, I wish that I was making a lot of money, like help me out, like buy my art, like trying to get pity from people to buy from you because you say that you're not making money. That's the dark side of this. The light side is just expressing yourself through life symbolically, and being that artist that you want to be and not fearing your income from it. We also have mediator. So you have gifts for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. So you could be a mediator of some sort. You're able to see both sides of an argument, okay? You're also probably good at negotiating, but the dark side of this is negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. Keep that in mind. But you are a mediator of some sort. You could use this in your career. We also have advocate, so inspires you to put compassion into action. You're really compassionate, and you could be an advocate for people who can't, speak up for themselves. But the shadow side of this is embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. So keep that in mind as well. And lastly, we have gambler, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you, okay? So it's going to be important for you to follow your intuition in this lifetime, no matter what other people say. Go after what you think is best for you. Listen to your intuition, listen to your gut, okay? But the shadow side of this is relying on luck rather than hard work. So you're still going to need to put in hard work. You're not going to just get whatever you want because you believe you can have it. You need to also put in the work. But when you follow your intuition, good things will come from it, okay? So pile number 4, let's jump into your crystals now. Let's jump into your charms now. Alright, so please, Spirit, for pile number 4, who are they? What do they need to know about themselves? Alright, who is pile 4? What do they need to know about themselves? One more. Alright, so I'm going to put these letters out. Let me know, or let yourself know if you see any words, names, letters, initials that stand out to you. Tara, maybe. Alright, so let's look at your charms. First we have this here, which is the knife, and it just reminds me of like chopping and cutting out what no longer aligns with you, okay? Letting go. There is a broken heart here because you have been through a lot of pain, a lot of hardships. But there's hope, okay? There's a sense of hope. Some of you could be really connected to music. You could be a songwriter, a musician, or just you find a lot of peace through connecting with music. Also, Gemini energy showing up. Again, you could be connected to the ocean in some way. We also have a cactus showing up, so you could live in an area where, you know, there's a drier climate, or cactus is just like represents like the area that you live in. We also have butterflies, so lots of transformation, okay? You're going to go through a lot of transformation, but there's also a key here. So like you will find the key to your success, the key to unlock your authenticity, the truth of who you are, and you will shine. Embrace your individuality. So let's see what else we have. We have extrovert, so you could be seen as like an extrovert in some sense, or that is like the power that you are trying to like let yourself, the true authentic you is an extrovert who is a strong communicator and not afraid to communicate. We also have teacher, so some of you could be a teacher in some way. We also have public speaking, again with this Mercury on the 10th house here. Teaching, public speaking, communicating, transformation. Yeah, you're going to go through a lot of transformation in this lifetime. We also have seeker of truth. You are the seeker of truth. And we also have mediation showing up again. Definitely a mediator of some sort. You're able to see both sides. Wealthy. You will be wealthy in this lifetime. You will be well known. You have strong beliefs. And you are very wise, a very wise soul. Okay, pile number 4. So that is your reading. I hope it resonated in one way or another. If it did, give this a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell to stay up to date with my new pick a card readings. Leave a comment below. Let me know if this resonated at all, or, you know, who you are, what's up. I love talking to you guys, okay? And I really hope to see you next time.